How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. It started. It started just a few minutes ago. We've started to see payments coming through for FTX. Now, what will this do to the markets? We'll talk about it. We also have some central banks cutting rates for the first time in more than 4 years. We have Microstrategy making an announcement about buying today, and it's not what typically happens. And we have the Bitwise CEO talking about nation states buying, along with kind of the state of the market right now. Let's talk about all that. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this one. Also, if you want to trade crypto, there are a lot of exchanges underneath the video. Take a look at CoinW. When you sign up for CoinW, deposit $20 into your futures account, you can actually join our Telegram group. So be careful of scammers down below in the comment section. But in the description, there are a couple links, one's to CoinW and then one's to the Telegram group. Now, in the last 12 days, they've made a lot of profit. So they placed 12 scalp trades and 13 swing trades. For the swing trades, they have a win rate of about 54%. For scalp trades, 70%. They got a 27% return and a 14.5% return. So even when the market's been bad, they've been crushing it. So if you want to check this out, there is a link underneath the video to CoinW. There are also some other links, Blofin, BTCC, Hotcoin, BitUniX, WEEX. But definitely check this out to CoinW. This is the only exchange that I know of that has these kinds of groups that perform so well, or even have them in general. So definitely check this out underneath the video. Let's get into it. Yesterday, I made a video talking about Solana falling down a lot recently, and I can tell kind of the sentiment based on how pissed off people are in the comment section. A lot of people saying, Solana's not crashing. You said it's down 40%. It's down 6%. Well, in the last month, it's down 40%, 39% from the all-time high about a month ago. It's down 44%. So Solana is crashing. It's actually double crashing because 20% is considered a crash. Almost everything in the last 30 days has crashed. I mean, Ethereum down 20%, XRP down 20%, BNB down just 7%, Solana down 40%, Dogecoin down 36%, Cardano down 28%. It's ugly out there, especially in altcoins. Bitcoin's holding up fairly well, right? I mean, we're still at 50% higher than last cycle's peak. So in a traditional sense, 50% return in 3-4 years is really good. But people are a little bit pissed off right now. Markets sentiment is a little bit low. We're in fear on the fear and greed. But things seem to be turning around. Look at this. Multiple Reddit users receiving FTX payments on Kraken. So today it started. We are starting to see repayments. Now, this is based on the price of the assets when FTX went bankrupt, unfortunately. So I think people are getting around $20,000 per Bitcoin. For Ethereum, they're getting about $2,500 or something like that. That tells you how little Ethereum's moved over the years. But yeah, this is interesting. This is good for the market. It should funnel some money back into crypto because they're being paid out in cash. So people are starting to get their cash, their USDT, whatever it is. I forgot if it's actual dollars. I think it's in stables actually. But they're starting to get that, and they have two options. They can pull it out of the crypto market, or they can reinvest when we're seeing a bit of a dip. I'm guessing some people will want to reinvest. They already had crypto years ago. They lost out on some of the upside, so most likely some of them will want to reinvest and get in on the second half of this bull run. We also have nation states. They're going to be buying this year, according to the Bitwise CEO. He says we're going to see more nation states buying Bitcoin. So there already are some that are buying or mining, right? We know Bhutan is mining, El Salvador. We have Russia mining as well with some of their government-controlled assets. So there are nation states that are buying, that are mining, but I think it's going to be a lot more public. It's going to make a lot more noise by the end of the year. And most likely we'll see some news. I think David Sachs recently said that we're going to have some big crypto news sometime soon. We're going to see a nation state reserve in my mind, and that's what everyone's pointing to. Now, maybe they're talking their book a little bit, but I think that there's actually something big coming. Michael Saylor says last week, Strategy, or Microstrategy, it's now called Strategy, did not sell any shares of Class A common stock under the at the market equity offering program and did not purchase any Bitcoin. As of February 17, we hodl 478,740 Bitcoin acquired for $31.1 billion at $65,000 per coin. So they haven't accumulated any more this week. Some people take this as a bearish thing, but he has said multiple times, we're going to be buying as much Bitcoin as we can. So maybe they're just getting ready for some big buys. Maybe there's just a pause, but they're going to be buying more Bitcoin as time goes on. Australia's central bank cuts rates for the first time in more than 4 years. They flag economic uncertainties. The RBA cut rates by 25 basis points to 4.1% on Tuesday, marking its first easing since November 2020, when the central bank cut its key rate to record lows in the depths of the pandemic. The central bank also held its policy rate steady at 4.35 since November 2023, following an extended period of 13 hikes to tame inflation at home. A lot of countries starting to look at rate cuts instead of hikes because of economic problems, uncertainties. We know China has basically signaled that they're willing to stimulate like mad. We've heard about pandemic levels of stimulus as well. Yeah, I think we're going into a time of higher liquidity. It's very obvious. And typically, high-risk assets or higher volatility assets do quite well during that time. Now, I think people, like I said, are a little bit depressed in crypto because we've fallen down a decent amount from all-time highs or in the last 30 days. But that changes very quickly, right? We can have a couple days where crypto moves up. Like Bitcoin can be up at all-time highs within a day, depending on the news, right? Depending on who's buying, how much, all that kind of stuff. Altcoins, it would be harder for all altcoins to hit all-time highs within a few days, but they can move up very quickly, right? There still are a lot of cryptos that are off of their all-time highs by like 50, 60, 70, 80%. But I think overall, the market is looking pretty healthy, right? We're near all-time highs for market cap, right? We're off maybe 20% or so. But like I said, that can be swallowed up quite quickly. There are a lot of people that have come into crypto, have seen nothing but green, and now are seeing red for the first time. This happens. Like you can't get into an asset that moves up a couple 100% a year that doesn't have any downturns, that doesn't have any drawbacks. No, there's high volatility on both sides. And we're most likely going to see more volatility in the future. So be ready for anything. Again, if you want to trade crypto, there are links underneath the video. I think now's a good time to be trading. I'll talk more about that later. I think the setup looks really good for crypto. But let me know your thoughts underneath the video. Let me know what you're doing in the market if you're just sitting on your hands. Let me know if you're getting a little bit bored. I've been talking to some other YouTubers, some other creators, and they're saying, yeah, it's a bit boring out here, right? There's not as much to talk about as there were the last 3 months. Right, leading up to the election with all that price action over the fall and the winter, early winter. Now we're just kind of sitting, waiting for the strategic reserve. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Check out the links underneath the video to CoinW and to all those other exchanges. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.